Waka waka! Hello, welcome to another episode of the Unnamed Podcast. Today I can't use my avatar because PRPR Live won't load, but no worries, we'll still proceed. Today's our special guest is...
Hello, I'm Shiori Masayume, the local ex cat cafe owner, now underground cat asylum owner.
I think it's still pretty cool though. Like, the cat cafe thing did make me really want to collab with you, like, back in 2020. Mm.
Ah, yeah.
Mm.
I was really, that time in Malaysia, it was like about to start the boom of cat cafes. Like there was at least 3 or 4 around
Really?
town center. Yeah, and then I was like, man, I really want to go to a cat cafe. Then
Mm.
then the pandemic happened, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just make my own cat cafe. So that's how it happened.
So that's how the idea of being a cat cafe VTuber actually came to.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's actually impressive. That's actually quite interesting. Also, let me quickly greet the viewers. Hello, Sans Wannabe.
Yeah.
First time I'm early to miss podcast. No worries. There's no such thing as being late. 30th Century Homer. Hello, hello. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, welcome.
Hmm. So, oh, also hello, Aruchama. Hello, how are you doing? Uh, that's actually impressive though. Like a cat cafe. Have you managed to go to a cat cafe recently though?
I've been to one, yes. Managed to go. I went to one, and then it was okay. It was fun. There
Hmm.
were like 7, 8 cats, but in the end, I still like my own cat. So when I came home from the cat cafe, my cats were like ignoring me for at least like half a day because they were like, "You smell like another cat." Yeah,
Hey, no worries. At least they came back to you afterwards. That's the important.
yeah. They came back to me after I took a shower and removed myself of all the other cat smell.
But what was your experience at the cat cafe? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was basically just having fun with the cats. Like you can just play around with them. They have like cat toys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I went there. It was like a bit early, like morning, so I managed to see them have their breakfast meal. It was so cute because all of them were like lining up at one row, and then they were all having their meal. It's very cute.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mm.
If I may ask, have you ever been to
Mm.
Japan?
Unfortunately, no. I have been to other countries except Japan yet.
Which countries have you been to, if I may ask?
I've been to Shanghai. I've been to Hong Kong, well, mostly China, and then Singapore.
Oh,
Yeah, only these 3, 4 countries.
that's actually pretty cool though. Hmm. I'm not sure if China has cat cafes, but then like the reason why I said Japan is because they have a lot of animal cafes.
They
Hmm.
do, and they have like various, not just cats. They have like dogs, and they have like owl cafes. They have
Hmm.
different kinds of like there was a rabbit cafe I saw at one time. There's all kinds of animal cafes. Yeah.
Funny you mentioned Owl Cafe. I was actually there, like the last time I went.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow! How was it?
It was interesting. It was interesting. Like I think I had like an owl on either my finger or my shoulder. I forgot which one.
Oh, that's so cool.
The animals definitely are cute. this isn't at a cafe though, but when I went to Nara, I believe Nara has like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
deer, right?
Uh-huh.
But I was able to get a deer to follow me across the bridge. That was one of the coolest
Oh,
experiences.
oh, that's so cute. Because you have to like feed them like a biscuit or something, right? And
Yeah,
then
but
like
then
they'll
with
like
this I
follow.
didn't need a
Yeah.
biscuit because it seemed like the deer
Oh,
wanted to jump across. So I was just trying to see if I
oh,
could get the deer to follow, and it managed to follow me
oh my God, that's
across.
so cute.
Afterwards, I really liked deers somewhat. I mean, though, reverting back to the topic of cats, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I think I don't really interact with cats that much. Like, I don't have any pet cats or pet dogs.
oh. Mm-hmm.
But then like I usually interact with dogs more, even though like I will say compatibility wise, I don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
walk a dog. I'll be blunt. The last time I tried walking a dog, the dog
Mm-hmm.
ended up walking me. Uh,
Oh. Yeah, they're very active because if you don't know how to control it, then they'll just like drag you around.
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think it was like one time there was a stray cat in Malaysia.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It was just like it just went up to my leg just to snuggle.
Oh,
So yes, it was quite cute. Yes.
oh, that does happen a lot. Because here we have those eateries, mama, right? So people
Mm-mm.
would just like, they just like order food and sometimes they just like snuggle at the leg there, or if they're like very daring, they would come up to the lap and just sit there.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
I think that they're just more friendly around people because they haven't had any like bad experiences. Like no one has been like really mean to them.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
In that case, that's great. Like usually, like I still remember. I think in the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
we were told not to. Well, I don't think we were told not to. But then, like, I still remember growing up, I was told not to just like randomly play with strays and such because
Oh,
mm,
because they might follow you home.
not
Is
just
it?
that, but then like I think it was like because it's dirty or like that.
Ah,
Mm, mm,
okay.
mm, mm, mm.
And you can just like wash your hands afterwards.
No worries. When you're an adult right now, it's okay to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess because kids do get infected with things easier. So like
Mm,
even just by playing them, it does make sense now that I think about it.
mm, mm,
It
mm.
didn't occur to me back then. I was just like, why do you deprive of me with such simple pleasures in life? Why?
I can
Yeah,
imagine a
no, no.
kid just coming back like, "Ne, One-chan, can I please take back this kitty?"
Oh, that'd be so cute. But I think I went there. I went to the cat cafe right the other day,
Hmm.
and then this little kid was like, they thought that the cats were like up for adoption. But actually, they're not. The one that I went, one was not up for adoption. It was just like they were there to take care of the
Hmm.
cats, and then they were like, "Oh, I want this cat," and then the kid was like ready to take it back home. It was like carrying it in its arms and like ready to leave. Really. And then like the owner had to stop the kid from like going, and then he was like going to cry. I saw him like,
Oh, I
oh my
bet, I bet.
god. But there are like a few cat cafes in Malaysia that do adoption.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm,
if
hmm.
you like this cat, then you can opt for adoption, that kind of thing.
But yeah, I could actually see that scene to be honest.
So yeah, it was a lot of things. For dog cafes, I've only seen like one or two, but I think most of them are not up for adoption also. Because sometimes
Hmm.
like the owners, right? They're like the cafe owners, they say, oh, this is up for adoption. And then over time when you take care of them, then they're like, oh wait, they're not up for adoption.
Yeah, I mean like once a bond has been established, like
Oh,
you don't want to just like
what happened?
I
Hello?
I'm not going to give away. I'm not gonna
Hello?
give away them. It's probably like that type of
Mysterio
thing.
has mysteriously gone.
Hmm?
Or is it my audio? Sometimes my audio goes back.
Wait,
Hello?
wait. Oh. Okay. I have realized what
Hello?
happened on that end. I'm guessing my microphone probably disconnected. Can you hear me now?
Ah, yeah, okay, yes,
Yeah,
now
my
I
mic
hear you.
disconnected. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is it okay now? Is everything okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Ah, okay, okay.
uh, just in case it does happen, usually with my mic, sometimes it
Uh-huh.
disconnects. So
Ah,
mm.
okay. As long as it's fine, as long as touch wood doesn't crash, kind of thing. As long as it's fine.
No worries, no worries. I mean, like,
Yeah, yeah.
this is one of the reasons why, like, even though I have this is actually quote unquote a new mic. Before when I
Oh.
started, I just used like an earbud mic, and I never planned on getting anything like that. But then, like, I think that it wasn't that clear, so like so many
Mm-hmm.
folks were asking me to change a mic to the point
Ah,
where I
okay.
ended up doing it because I could see that it was affecting even my studies. Like they can't really hear
Oh,
me properly. Um,
I see.
so that's why I got this mic. But then there's still folks telling me to get a new mic. I feel like this whole career of mine will be getting as many mics as I can.
Maybe you could do like a consultation first before you purchase. Something that works long term and doesn't have to cost so much money every time to change.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, I personally like this mic because there's an
Hmm.
echo function.
Wow!
There's an echo
Wow!
function.
You can get those mics, the one with the external audio thing, and then you can adjust like what kind of echo and audio things to.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's a more like long term pricier option if you do have cash down the line.
Mic cost. Once again, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, my mic disconnected. I think this mic
Ah,
costed around like $25. So like around 100 ringgit. Probably less than
what?
100.
Wow,
Hmm?
and it disconnected again.
Wait, did it disconnect again?
Yeah, okay. Now we hear you. Now.
No. Like I just reconnected it and then like
Yeah, okay. It's okay. We'll keep going at it like this.
once again, I do apologize for this in advance. Uh,
Oh, no worries. This is uncontrollable. Like you have no idea when it's gonna disconnect and reconnect.
mm, 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 mm. Maybe as an apology, if there's anything you'd like me to do, yeah, feel free to let me know.
You can't give me ideas like that. No, it's okay. We'll just have fun with this one
Do you want me
podcast.
to use a filter voice for the entire podcast?
Oh no, that'd be too much for me. Then I cannot focus. Uh,
Since my mic has disconnected, I guess I have to do that.
oh
Oneta,
my god.
gomen,
No. Dude,
gomen.
just continue as usual. This is not how I want to be remembered.
But this is my normal voice, though. This is
Yeah,
not.
okay. Yeah, I get it. It's your normal voice.
Is my mic not liking that normal voice? It kept
No,
on
it's
disconnecting.
like the normal voice. You have to go back to the Mysterio, the other Mysterio.
But misterio da yo.
Oh,
Right now we could see Shiori is just being really kind. Tehe. But yeah. Hmm. So before my mic disconnects again, I'm gonna ask you the most
mm,
important question I usually ask in the podcast,
okay, most
which usually
important.
is in the beginning. What's your favorite
Mm,
food?
my favorite food. Oh my gosh, I love ice cream.
Or what flavor?
That's a dessert, but I think I tend to go for like regular flavors like vanilla or chocolate or matcha. Yeah, it's a
Interesting,
bit
you bring up
boring, but
matcha. Matcha
I
is great.
love.
Matcha is delicious.
Yeah, I love ice cream so much,
Mm.
but it's not good. It's a dessert, so I can't have it too much.
No worries.
Oh,
If it's onechan, it's daijobu.
but like if it's like a proper food that's not dessert, I like rice.
Oh, rice is actually really good. It's quite
Yeah,
versatile. Hmm.
like specifically white rice. It's like I mean I like brown rice. So with
Hmm.
certain foods, I guess with like Chinese food, I guess I could eat brown rice because it's more chewy. So then the food is a bit more like um they had there's some sauce, so I can eat it with the rice. But
Mm.
specifically white rice, I can eat like 4 bowls of it and just like keep eating
さすが姉ち
rice.
ゃん But that's actually quite impressive. 4 bowls.
Yeah, it's, like I said, it's also not good. It's also like a lot of glucose, which is carbs, and
Hey, no worries. I mean,
should cut
we do
down.
have our cheat days, so it's all right from time to time.
When you live in when you live in Asia and rice is a staple in every meal, my cheat day is every day.
Hey. At least you have rice like every day. That's the important thing. Like
Yeah.
when I went to, I don't know if this is study abroad or not, because it's still in
Mm.
the same country. So I might as well say because it's been a while. Uh, from January to April of this year, I was actually in Washington D.C.
Wow.
So that's why I was like inactive.
Oh.
Hmm. So I didn't get a chance to eat rice every day.
Oh
For the
no.
beginning parts, we didn't even have rice. We didn't even have a rice cooker.
Oh my.
But even when we got a rice cooker, like I wouldn't uh make rice every day because like uh you have to wash it.
Ah, yeah, you do. You have to cook it and you
uh
have to wash it.
cooking rice is not the annoying part. It's just washing the dishes afterwards.
Ah, okay.
But the rice that we got was super delicious. It was like
Ah.
sticky. Like you could probably
Mm-hmm.
make sushi out of it. Um,
Ah, okay.
like legit is a bit bad, but I had rice for like one meal and I was fine with it. It was that good.
That sounds so nice. Yeah, it's always the soft, sticky rice that really fills up the good spot when you're eating rice. I don't know. It's just like people who like rice can only understand what what we're talking about when we're eating rice. Yeah.
Like what was it? Personally for me, I don't get full off bread or like that. Um,
Mm,
I have to eat rice
understand.
or like
Mm-hmm.
probably like noodles, spaghetti, or like that. So
Yeah.
like, this is a bit controversial since I'm an American, but when someone tells me, "Oh, you can't help but enjoy a burger," I'm like, sorry, I'm not really a huge fan of burgers. Yes, I get full, but it's because of the greasiness.
Ah, I see. I
Mm-mm-mm.
eat burgers, but I can't get full. It's like, I
Oh
do
my god,
like,
I can relate with you.
yeah. Like I can eat like even those like those gourmet burgers where they have like really thick patties and I'm like, yeah, I mean I'm getting full of the oil, the cheese, the meat and all that, but
But it's not
after like a
satisfying.
few hours, yeah, then after that I'll get like hungry again. I'm oh man, I gotta eat something more more
Mm-mm-mm.
rice-ish.
I feel like if I ever like this might not ever happen, but if I ever met you, I'll just probably cook a bunch of rice and give it to you, like
Yeah,
a pot of rice.
that'll be great. Oh
Hmm.
God, I do love rice. Because like, when you go to conventions, right, and then they always, people would just give each other like candy and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's great, but I don't really eat candy because
Really?
I never grew up eating candy. Like
Mm-mm-mm.
I grew up eating carrot sticks and cucumber sticks. So when I
Wow,
saw
healthy
candy
person.
given, yeah, good. My family, I was brought up that way. So when at school, there was like a Halloween party or some kind of like class party, right? And
Mm.
everyone gets like jellies and candies, and I'm like, wow, this is not what I'm used to eating. And then I'll just get a tummy ache after like 4 pieces of candy.
No worries. I'm not. I'm actually surprisingly not really that much of a candy person. If I eat candies,
Mm, mm, mm.
like the one of course for sure that you would definitely see me eating is gummies. I do quite like those.
Ah, gummies. Mm, mm, mm.
Hmm. Other than that, if it's chocolate, the only chocolate that I would eat is like dark chocolate. But then I'm also
Oh,
quite
same.
specific. With dark chocolate, it has to
Mm,
be like over 90%.
wow. Well, I think for me, like 80-ish is already fine. But yeah, 90 does hit different.
100 was quite great. I really
Mm,
like
mm, mm.
100% chocolate because like I'm not sure why, but I don't really have that much of a sweet tooth. Because I
Ah,
can't really eat eggs as well, so Like I can eat hard-boiled eggs. Like my model, I can't eat. That's a really weird
Uh,
thing to say, but yes, I can eat my model. But
yeah, you have to eat the whole thing. You have to eat the rice together with the ikan bilis and the kacang and the
to
timun, everything all together, sambal and egg all together.
to be honest, I wouldn't mind actually making my model. Like
Mm.
I think if I ever got the chance, like to ever open a booth or like that at a convention, maybe in Malaysia like that, I would take
Uh-huh.
out the rice cooker, start cooking coconut rice, present my model, and then just like open it as a regular kopitiam. And of course, I'll make sure nobody knows who it is, but they'll probably guess. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Oh, actually, in the most recent Malaysian convention,
Mm.
in Animangaki, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the hall was divided to like three different parts. So
Mm-hmm.
the upper floor was like the cosplayers and the VTubers, and then the lower floor there was the dojin booths, and then the back section was the food court. Like there were people like they hired people to open up food booths, so then
Mm.
whoever was hungry they could just go to the back and just eat food. They just buy food and they just sit down on the floor and eat. So it's like, yeah, that could happen. You could just open up like a concept, VTuber or like
No, no, I'll
some
just
kind
make
of
sure that it has this background. Like, I'll be honest that there are plans to probably change the background up a bit, but
Mm.
Project Hikayat's co-founder actually mentioned that he would really miss this background. So maybe I should just like casually put the background. Whoever wants to eat, just like go to the booth. If you have been on the podcast or like that, I'll give you a nasi lemak for free. Yes.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. I'm sure people would enjoy like a small packet of nasi lemak, especially when you're like tired from walking around the convention, right? That's a great idea.
Once again, that's only if like someone funds me like the ingredients and allows me to go, because like even if I was in Malaysia, I wouldn't be in KL or hmm.
Ah, understandable. KL's
So
too busy.
so who's going to be my chauffeur?
Gotta ring up someone with a car. I have a license, but I don't have a car. I can't ring you up.
Wait, in that case, could you rent a car for me? Could
Oh
you rent a
yeah,
car?
yeah, that works. Yeah, they do have car rentals.
Mm.
Mm.
Talking about cars, do you enjoy driving by chance, or are you not?
No, at all. No, I have the license by force, by sheer survival needs. That if wherever I'm stuck, stranded in the middle of the road, and there's only one manual car allowing me to go back to town, then I must drive the car legally. Then yes, I will drive the car.
In that case, I could tell you an interesting car story, but because you don't really enjoy.
It's okay, you can do tell. I like listening to people talk about like how they enjoy driving.
Mm.
Personally, like if you ask me to drive a car, like, I would do as a service. But if it's like for fun, it's on a Saturday evening. I feel like going for a drive. Nah, that's just not me.
I
Mm.
mean, like for me, I enjoy driving, but it's because
Mhm.
how is it? I have the most bizarre conversations while driving. Hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Do
not going
tell.
to cover. I'm not going to cover these topics right now, or
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
will have to, or else YouTube would.
I see. It's a very sensitive topic. Okay. It's okay. We can do it another time elsewhere when
Yeah,
we meet in
probably
real
off
life.
YouTube.
Then you can like
Yeah. But what is it? For me, I've actually driven in, I believe, yeah, 5 different countries. I've driven in 5 different countries.
wow.
Not that impressive to be honest, because there's of course like I've driven the most in US. And then, yeah,
But don't you if it's a different country, do you have to like have an international
I
license
did
or
have an
something?
international driver's permit at one point. Uh,
Wow.
hmm, would you like to guess which countries I've driven in?
If it's mostly America, I don't know the
No,
the
no,
name
no.
of the
No. I'm saying like the country that I've driven the most. is the US, of course, because
Oh, okay. Other countries.
also welcome Hunter
I
Okami. How are you doing? Um, yeah, currently
I don't
we're
know. Maybe
guessing which countries I've driven in. So far, I've already said that confirmed one, which is the United States.
okay.
So there's four more.
Maybe Canada.
Yes, I've actually driven to Canada before.
Wow.
I will say that
Um.
yes, driving an MPH car in a KPH area is fun or
Oh.
interesting.
Wow. How much slower or faster do you have to?
I think the speed wasn't really the issue in Canada, but the speed
Uh-huh.
was definitely an issue in a different country, which I can definitely tell
Ah.
you.
Wow. Other countries. I don't know. Have you been to Asian countries?
Of course, yes, I have been to Asian countries.
Maybe I don't know, Thailand?
I have been to Thailand, but I haven't driven in Thailand.
Driven there.
One thing I'll say is, I'll just straight up say, three North America.
Mm.
I think already gave you a clue of which is the lost, and two in Asia.
Ooh, in Asia?
I have driven twice in Asia. Yes.
Wow. There's so many countries. Um,
I, I-
have
I'll
you
say it's
drove
not a
in
hard country
Japan?
to find. Huh?
Have you drove in Japan?
I've been to Japan, but never got a
We
chance
haven't
to
drove.
drive in Japan. I would like to
Hmm.
drive if I ever got the chance. I would want to drive the AE86.
Yeah. Because I have a friend that last time he studied in Japan and he had a car. So he really liked like driving at the mountain side of Japan. So I thought it was a nice place for, people who enjoy driving to just go
Lucky
around.
person got to go
Hmm.
initially. That's my dream. That's my dream. That's my dream.
Ah. Hmm. I want to say Malaysia,
Yes,
but
I've driven in Malaysia.
okay, so that's one Asian country. But I
Malaysia is the
but
place where
not
I
in
would
town,
say
right?
you guys drive really slow.
Yes, we do. It's either we drive really slow or when it hits the yellow traffic light and then we drive extra fast there.
Uh,
Only at the yellow traffic light. Then other than that, we drive quite slow. We're
funny
very
enough.
chill people, so
Mm-mm-mm.
we don't like people honking when they're asking us to speed up. We're like, just chill. How fast can you go?
That was also the only place I've driven a manual. Because in US we use auto. Hmm.
Oh, wow. A
So
manual? Not
so
not in town, right?
hmm.
Not in town? Or like is it in the countryside or like outside of the town?
This might be doxing a bit, but you know what? I'll DM you where I drove.
Oh, okay, okay. I mean, like, oh my gosh. But I think down there it's not bad.
It's not
Cause
it's
like,
not too bad. It's not too bad.
yeah,
I
it's
got the
not too
chance
bad.
to drive on the highway, and then I got a chance to do
Ah,
like the typical driving test, like explore a
uh-huh.
bit of the course, which honestly it does make sense. It definitely makes sense
Mm-hmm.
considering like legit without the T test or like that where you have to like practice backward parking and like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, you wouldn't survive in Malaysia where everyone's like you could find a parking spot like in the most bizarre of locations. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You just need to park behind the longkang, or like that.
Yeah. Park in front of someone's house. Just
Yeah,
park in front of the shop. Just park like on top of the road. Like that, it's fine.
yeah, yes,
Yes.
yes. That the driving test explains a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, but the best part was, did you know what a burnout is by chance?
No. What is that?
A burnout, I believe, is when you basically press the accelerator while your
Uh-huh.
foot is on the clutch, and
Oh,
your
okay.
your e-brake is up, and then you
Uh-huh.
basically rev it quite hard, and then you quickly release it just so it screeches, and sometimes there's like black streak
Okay, okay.
tire marks.
Yeah.
I did that during the hill portion
Wow.
for the first time. It was the
Wow.
greatest experience. I was driving a
At the hill.
Motorado Viva.
Oh, Viva on the small hill doing a burnout.
So it's like at first it might sound impressive, but then you realize, oh, it's a Motorado Viva. It was on the hill portion of it.
It wasn't.
So yeah. That was my proudest illegal moment.
Yes. That's amazing. I didn't, for me, the hill, I think I failed one time. And then they gave me another chance and I went over. But I have seen people do that though. It's like they were really trying to go up, but they didn't manage to press the clutch in, and then they just like, just really like pump the sound. It's really loud.
Yes. And then I think there was one part where I almost like I should have drifted, or I could have,
Huh?
but no, it's because like we were chatting, right? The driving instructor and I.
Uh-huh.
Because like at the time I was like the roads aren't too bad, so uh I was driving decently. I don't want to say good. I'll always say decent.
Decent.
Um,
Okay.
I was in third gear. I had to turn
Wow.
left.
Wow.
It stalled.
Then you just drifted.
No. I stopped the engine. It would have been cool if I
Oh.
drifted, but then the thing is, I'd had to go uphill as well. So
Oh,
there
okay.
won't be a. I wasn't driving fast enough to drift up there.
Okay.
Hmm. It was also a straight hill, so yes.
All these extraordinary things happen at a hill.
But yes. I still remember, right. It was on the drive back. No, actually no. That hill was like a different hill. This one was like
Oh,
on
okay.
actually the road.
Oh, on the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
That other hill was the hill portion. But yes, this one also happened on the road, on the highway to be precise, right? There
Uh-huh.
was a blue Lambo that was actually passing by, and
Okay.
usually I would be impressed, but
Uh-huh.
Lambo is one of my dream cars, of course. But like when
Wow.
I was driving, yes,
Mm-hmm.
since I was driving 80 kph,
Wow. With a Viva.
with a Viva, I was talking to the instructor about it. Is it possible if I could drive faster? I did not suggest because you have the L thing on there, but for me, the reason why I was a bit disappointed is because in the US we drive, uh, the speed limit is around like 100 kph, but then folks tend to drive 130.
Oh,
So
wow.
so comparative, it's a bit slower.
Can't imagine that in Malaysia. Can't even imagine going 100 at like normal roads.
Which also brings me to a funny moment. The first time I drove in Malaysia, my cousin was shouting.
Oh.
Reason being is because I was driving. So usually in our back roads, well, like near the school area,
Mm-hmm.
or how do I say, in our what was it? What's the term again? It's like when you're near. Yes, a neighborhood speed limit. The neighborhood speed
Yeah,
limit
yeah, yeah,
used to
yeah.
be like 25 miles per hour, which is probably around 30, 40 kph. So I was trying to
Mm-hmm.
hit that limit while I was in a back area. So yeah, I was told to slow down. Oh my god.
Yes. There's sometimes when I'm driving in a neighborhood area, I don't even have to press on the accelerator. I just let the car move
Ah,
by
I
its
do
own
that as
control.
well. I do that as well. In fact, when I was learning how to drive, the instructor told me to do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But that's the normal speed limit in those areas. Because you never know, kids will just like jump out from their houses and then they're like right in front of the car the next moment.
In that case, I understand why you don't like to drive. Slow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's that. And also I have motion sickness.
Ah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
even while I was driving, usually people say like when you're driving it's not that bad, but to me it was like, oh man, it was still like as bad as I was as in the passenger seat. Even when I was driving, I had to like really focus. on where to go and like not think about how sick I was feeling while I was driving.
Mm, 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 mm.
Mm. I think it gets worse like when I'm in a traffic jam and then the car just like move forwards and then stops and then it just jerks front and back and then
Wait, my,
but other than that, I think it's not as bad, I guess. Driving, it's a necessity, it's a skill that once I learn, I won't ever forget. So,
then
yeah.
is there anything that you don't get motion sickness off, or like would you get motion sickness off a plane or?
I don't get the thing is I only get sick on roads. So when I was okay on the sea and I was okay on the plane.
That is interesting. For me, the only time I
Yeah.
get motion sickness is when I played Apex.
Yes, and video games, of course, video games.
My
I don't play much FPS games because of this. I think I could even get sick from playing Minecraft. So
I think it
I
was
could play
recent
one
when
hour maximum and then like, oh goodness, Minecraft's too much for me.
I think it was recent when I also felt somewhat like that because like when you move a bit too much, then
Mm-hmm.
I think nowadays the graphics have improved so much that you get motion sickness.
I play on vanilla, so there's no like extra graphics and all that. It's just I don't know. It's just maybe the field of view. I know that fixing the certain field of view or like
Mm,
perspective, then it would help reduce it somewhat. But yeah, I think because of the screen, what I'm seeing is moving, but I'm
mm, mm,
sitting
mm,
like
mm.
stationary. So that causes like the brain to get confused and like, oh, what's happening?
Once again, Sasuga Shisho.
Oh, what?
You're quite knowledgeable about this type of thing.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know if most people do that, but if I don't know something that's causing me distress, I would start Googling up on it. Why is this happening? So then like I don't get misinformed or like get conned at the doctor's office.
I definitely get you on that. But then I feel
Mm.
like with my research, sometimes it gets too off
Too, too off topic.
too off topic because I'm like, oh, this seems interesting. Click, 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 and then I
Uh-huh.
go to like a different chemical. Then I start researching about other stuff.
One thing is like because I've already been through college and I really enjoy researching. Like I was a very good student, I guess, because I like to research and do a lot of case study and reading. So like there's always a lot of materials we have to like look up to, not just depend on one website, right? But like the website that I love to like laugh at the most is WebMDB. Because if I'm like having like a headache, right? And then at first it will say, oh, because of this orientation, maybe you ate something wrong and things like that. And then like the last time it will get worse and worse as you go down. And then it only leads up to like some kind of weird cancer or tumor in your brain.
That is really
Yeah.
interesting. Honestly, wait. In that case, if I may ask, what do you study when you're in uni?
I studied arts. I studied video game development.
It is interesting how I feel like I could somewhat relate with you. I didn't study video games, but I studied political science. But then once again, I did research a lot of stuff lah. And
Yeah.
most of my positions like when I went to like because the way I graduated from uni was not like your regular or go to a 4 year. I went to a community college which is like 2 years. Then I transferred to a 4 year and studied for 2 years before
Oh,
getting my bachelor's.
wow.
Hmm. Uh,
Wow.
it was interesting because okay, I feel like I'm about to dox a lot of info, but you know what?
Oh,
I have to say this
then
because
don't talk about it.
no. I'm gonna say this regarding the memes. Yes, I did study political science, but I did keep
Uh-huh.
the biology. And the reason why I'm going to
Oh,
mention this is because there's a funny story to it.
oh my gosh. Please do tell.
So, this was one of the days I went back to Malaysia to visit my cousin, and
Uh-huh.
here he recommended an anime called Hataraku Saibo or Cells at Work.
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. Hatari Saibo.
So the funny story about that is apparently at his high school, the
Mm-hmm.
because he's in the science class, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, the teacher actually allowed them to watch Hataraku Saibo.
Oh my gosh, that's so
That
cool.
is actually the coolest thing. I've never expected this out of the high school. Because it was the same high school that my parents went to, so hmm. Uh,
Wow.
hmm. Um so interesting enough, I ended up watching the anime
Uh-huh.
and uh I
Did
would
you just
say
watch the regular one or did you watch the black one as well?
at the time, since it was, I'm not gonna say the year, but then it was the regular one because the regular one
Oh,
was
okay, okay,
limited.
okay.
So it was back with the anane anane, that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, because of the anime, we end up having to do like a project about like a certain topic. And for
Uh-huh.
my topic, I actually chose something that was giving me a bit of bother because I have a bit of skin issues. I still have
Oh, okay.
eczema lah. And funny enough, Hataraku Saibo did have an episode on it.
Oh. Which episode was it?
It was the one with the Staphylococcus aureus. It was the one where like you know how they form like
Oh.
a giant bacteria or like that.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so I basically used that anime as that episode as a reference. Uh, After I presented and then submitted like that, like when I got my final grade for the class,
Uh-huh.
professor wrote on the paper, "Have you considered being a tutor?" So yes, Hataraku Saibo is one of the reasons why I got my job as a tutor.
Wow. Thank you, anime, for
Sasuga
saving people. Yeah.
senpai ano.
Eh.
I
Actually,
should probably
before,
cover the
bef
Sensei Anone just because Hataraku Saibo gave me that
oh,
job.
yeah, you should.
As a joke, as a joke.
Like, I think before Hataraku Saibo became an anime,
Hmm.
I was also in a science class because I really like science. So I also made my own like comic to understand certain topics better. So I
Wait,
was
can
like,
I
oh my
read
god,
it? Did you still have it?
I will have to look at my archives if I still have it.
Okay, but
But
since
I submitted most of my work. I gave it back to my school so my juniors could use it as reference. But you know the anime came out, so I just told them just watch the anime lah.
Sasuga Senpai.
Yeah, I just particularly only like biology. The other two science subjects I was not very good at.
Really, funny enough, I actually quite like
Yeah.
chemistry. Chemistry was that.
Oh,
But then, like,
there was too much remembering.
no, the thing about chemistry is I like mixing the chemicals together. I didn't
Ah,
like taking notes or
that is if the school has enough funds to provide you with those chemicals.
funny enough, they didn't.
Oh. Yeah, oh, then how did you find chemicals to mix with?
They did have chemicals, yes, but then I didn't have a good lab group lah, so
Oh.
yeah. Let's high school was not the best time. Like you see in anime, high school is like, oh, high school romance, uh, the best time of our lives type of things. No, sadly that
Yeah,
wasn't the
that's why
case.
it's a fantasy, you know.
Yeah, that's why every high school anime is an isekai anime. It's not real.
Yeah, none of it's real. Uh,
But yo,
Is there any like anime you're watching recently?
I haven't gotten a chance to watch that much anime,
Mm.
but I've been reading manga more so. Like, well, if you want to say of clips, right? Spy Family is nice.
Yeah,
I mean, Anya is cute. Hence my
that's
profile
cute.
picture is on.
I agree. She's very cute.
Like, if I ever had a daughter like Anya, wow, that'll be quite nice.
I don't know. I feel like having, but she's a single child, right? Then like, oh, it'd be nice to have another. Then siblings.
Mm. Of course, like for me, I definitely know that if I ever do have kids, I want more than
Hmm.
one.
Then again, it's very expensive. It's like It's like the most expensive investment you would have to do in life.
I feel like it's personally for me is worth it because,
Mm.
well, it's like I want to see them grow big, even if it might be annoying. Like babies definitely are cute, but hmm, but it's not only that, right?
Mm-mm.
I want them to be happy at least, lah. At least
Yeah.
be a bit more privileged in a sense, grow up a bit more privileged, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
Mm. Like at least grow up comfortably without having too much trouble growing up, you know.
Yeah, they don't need to have that many
Mm.
worries, but then at least in the same time, hopefully they do know that life ain't that perfect. That's the idea.
Yeah. I think you have good principles. Hopefully, you know, when you do have children, the children will turn out good.
Hopefully, I wouldn't want them to become
Hopefully.
nasi lemak when they grow.
And then when like 30 years in the future, right, and then you're like, oh, okay, what are you doing? And then you saw them open a folder with like
I will say this is my biggest regret. I'm just kidding. It's not good to have regrets unless they're really.
you can bond over it. Oh my gosh, did you know back in my days I was also a
Wow, back in my day.
yeah,
This is.
yeah.
I feel like you're young though.
No, I'm very old. No, I feel old because I've been working for a long while.
I feel old as well.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, I don't
does
mind
take a
disclosing my
toll.
age. I'm gonna put it like right in DMs. Lah.
It's okay. You don't have to. Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
still young. I'm only a few years older, but you know.
No worries, no worries. You're still
Yeah,
young.
we do feel old because it's like societal pressure that when you're at that age, you have to accomplish everything in life. But you're like, I haven't even paid taxes yet, so how am I supposed to?
No worries, no worries. I mean, like,
Yeah.
thankfully, I'm going on to further studies like that, so
Mm.
that is
Yeah,
good.
have fun studying. I feel like studying was like the best part. You get to do so much things.
I never,
You can
I,
learn
I
a lot.
never understood this until I graduate. But then I feel like I slightly understand why folks just stay in school the entire time because you have everything planned out for you already. You don't need to
Yeah,
worry about like not finding
yeah,
a job. You just need to,
yeah, because your job is to study, you know?
yeah.
Mm.
So that's why there's so many folks that get like like a ton of bachelor degrees, doctorate degree. But talking about doctorate degrees, I feel like you might be suited to get a doctorate degree, to be honest, because a PhD is a research degree.
Uh-huh.
So I think,
I will see about the money if I can, you know,
uh,
the
actually in the U.S., you actually get paid to get a PhD.
wow.
But the thing is, you have to
You have to present your
fundraise. You have
your
to
yeah.
fundraise for your research.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only issue. Like, and also, how do I say? It's also like a job being a graduate student
Mm-hmm.
because you have to teach the undergrads and
Yeah.
so definitely having a lot of money would be really helpful from the beginning.
Yep.
That is basically the PhD. It does. I still remember back when I was younger. Oh, PhD means you're super smart. No, PhD just means you can research.
Yeah. I did thought of having of like further studying into that, but then I had like financial reasons, so I had to go into workforce first. Then you know once you entered work, then it's really hard to go back to studying because like you never have the time because you're like, oh man, I have to start. Then you start having more responsibilities. You have like a lot of things to pay off. Then you're like, oh, I cannot stop working right now because I can't pay off this thing. You know, then yeah, it's hard.
In
So
that
if you're like
case,
studying and you do have funds to continue, you should just continue until the most that you can go.
hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, お疲れ様でした.
Arigato.
But seriously speaking, thanks for your hard work. I can tell it's
Yeah.
definitely tough, and I'm surprised how you're able to balance things like this, like VTubing and
Oh, if you do know that I think I only stream like once a week now, kind of thing, because you know work has been a lot more hectic. But but a hobby is a hobby. It's like something that you gotta have some alone time or for yourself, or
Mm.
else you're just gonna be like corporate slave and not have a life.
Hey, what do you mean? I want to be a corporate slave. Someone hire me.
No, you do not want to be a corporate
I'm
slave.
just kidding. I
You
don't
want to
want to
be
be a corporate
a
slave, but please hire me.
a happy corporate slave at least.
In that case, Shiori-chan, how about you hire me?
I'm not the CEO of my
You
company,
know
but
what?
if
I'm gonna
you
quickly
if you
mute
do
because I'm
one.
gonna say something funny. Okay. Okay. From this angle, it looks like Mysterio's getting eaten. Yes, I am. That actually, funny enough, that actually really fit my lost comment. But yes, will you
I
hire me with that?
I do have a lot of offers like that, but then I'm like, you try your best, like, I can offer you, you can use my name as a referral, but after that, it's all up to you. Because the way how I got my job, I had to go through like 4 interviews before I actually got it. So best of luck. And that is if you do want to get into this industry.
Mm,
Yeah.
the thing the thing, right? As much as I tend to joke like in the Malaysian side of things,
Uh-huh.
thing is we need much more than just a typical Malaysian base salary to survive in the US.
Oh, yeah, I don't work for a Malaysian company.
Wait,
So
really?
that's the thing. Yeah, I work for an international company.
Wait,
So
if I
that's
may
why I
ask?
think the pay is pretty good. I can't spill the beans.
No,
But
no
I
worries.
do work for an international company. So the pay is pretty good for like Malaysian standards.
In that case, that's quite impressive. That's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Mm.
But do focus on your studies, and it's better to get a job within your specific field of study so your degree doesn't go to waste or something. So that's kind of like your parents is like, man, I sent you to study this, and then you're like working something else, and what's the point of it?
To be honest,
Spoken with
to be honest,
real experience.
to be honest, probably my parents already understand like with my degree so far I cannot do anything. JK. Degree. Here's the thing. Like it's true. With a degree, doesn't mean you're guaranteed a job, but it is
Mm-hmm.
definitely an experience. Like, uh, I do enjoy my college days. I do enjoy my college days much more than my high school days, in the sense
Mm-hmm.
that there was a lot of camaraderie. Like there was one time like I was hanging out with some group mates from like a class.
Uh-huh.
We went to go eat pizza. They just treated me, gave me some free food. There was also one case where like, because we went out to eat since it was nearing the finals time.
Uh-huh.
In the after getting pizza, because it was a far walk away back, and I hadn't taken the bus before. They're like,
Okay.
"Hey, we'll accompany you to like on the bus," and then they were telling me in detail like, okay, so you have to get off at this stand, you have to get off like this, text me when you reach your car. Like that. I was like, oh my god, I feel like a kid, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, I don't think like older friends tend to do that. They're like, oh, I gotta make sure that whoever this young baby is, I must take care of them. Some people have that.
It is quite nice lah, like
Mm-hmm.
especially like the times when you go to a cafe or like probably, I'm not sure if, do you drink by chance or no?
Oh no, I don't drink.
No worries. But it was like with a friend, like after a full day of classes, right? We're like, hey, let's get some dinner, and then we went to like a Japanese curry restaurant, get some curry, and then we also decided to get some beers as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No worries, we didn't drink a lot, and yes, it was legally.
It's it's okay. Whatever stays there, stays there. You don't have to tell me the
So
specifics. I'm not a cop. If anything but my job is, I'm not a cop.
no worries, no worries.
Yeah.
Uh, Shiori working international, that's very progress. Yes, it is. Degree not enough law. Everyone on the street and the beggar over there have a degree. Yeah, it's true. Like because I still remember like when I was growing up. I'm not sure if this was the same case with you, Anson, or
Uh-huh.
you as well, Shiori. Do you remember ever like when your parents were like, "Oh, this person like is on the streets probably because they didn't get a degree or like that"?
Yep, all the time. And then no, back then it was like, oh, everyone has a diploma, you have to get a degree. Now everyone has a degree, so what am I supposed to do? Get a PhD,
You get a
get a
master's
master's.
or like a
Yeah,
PhD.
get a master's.
Because like here's the thing, right? The more I do like research on this, academics, right? From what I see, it's not just about the GPA and like that.
Mm,
But then sadly, to get into the higher level, you need your GPA to be high. But then,
yeah,
like, if you really want to succeed, you need to get the context as well.
that's true. Yeah, you need both. You need like doesn't you can't just have like context, but then they know that oh your grades were like kind of subpar, but do try see whether your portfolio is okay. Or like the other when your GPA is good, but then you have no context, and then like no one's gonna hire you. They're like, yeah, you have good grades, but what else do you have? That kind of thing, because you haven't impressed anyone enough for them to contact you again. So yeah, the harsh of
Sadly,
reality.
being a nasi lemak doesn't impress anyone.
That could be a selling point, You could be, I don't know, let's say like this
Maybe to
client
a
of
VTuber
yours
called
actually really
Malaysia,
like,
sure, but no.
yeah, you never know, your client secretly likes nasi lemak, and then that could be like your starting point. Yeah. The chances are low, but it's never zero.
You
I
know,
always
you
like to
know
think
what?
that.
That gave me an idea to jokingly apply to a course under the guise that I was a nasi lemak. Uh, that'll be
It's
interesting.
low, but it's never zero. Do try. Like you'll never know. And then if they do tell you like, oh, please try again. Yeah, yeah, at least you shoot your shot. You didn't. There's no regrets.
Have no regrets.
Yeah, I
Debuted
have
as a
no
nasi
regrets.
lemak. But then I think it's very similar to VTubing as well because like
Mm-hmm.
if you really want to grow in VTubing, you definitely need to perform well and you also need to build your
Yep.
connections as well. Uh
Yep.
Definitely like some folks like do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they complain like, "Hey, I'm also doing karaoke streams. Um uh I'm doing Apex streams or like that, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not growing that big." But then they don't realize it's like applying to a university. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have
There's
super
so
good
many
grades and
people who
yeah, you
can
can be
also
super
do the same
impressive,
thing.
but you need something that
Mm.
makes you different. So,
Yeah, it is true.
mm, mm,
But
mm,
I think speaking of VTubing now, I'm very contented at where I am.
mm,
I mean, growing is not my biggest goal right now. For
mm,
me, it's just having fun. I know that different people, I sound like really old, but I've already been here like 3 years. But I feel like, yeah, I know people like who has been in the same milestone as me will be like already at really big numbers or doing like accomplishing really big things. But for me, like having fun is like my number one goal. So it's like if I'm accomplishing that, then that's already like good for me. So uh yeah, having more collabs, having fun with friends, that's the thing that I really wanted to go for when starting VTubing.
mm, 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 mm.
Mm.
The chances are low, but it's never zero. That's a top tier quote that can be put on a T-shirt. Shiori, if you could actually produce a T-shirt like that and then sign it, I would gladly wear it.
So feel free to print it out, and then you pass me a marker, then I'll just sign it for you. But you print on your own. So you can choose the font and what color, what kind of material you like.
But then for some reason that quote kind of reminds me of like that Ray Zero confession scene. It's like Ichikara, yeah, zero kara. Sorry, I love Amelia.
True. It's a good waifu. It's just that the guy was a bit subpar, but all the girls are good here.
Mm, 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 mm. But yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. And definitely, I can agree with the chances are low. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hmm. I can also agree with you like not aiming for numbers as well, because
Mm.
like for me, I think with VTubing, right? I'm not sure if I would even consider myself a VTuber or not. Like, there's folks that say I'm not. There's folks that say I am. I don't know what I am. All I know is I'm Mysterio,
Okay.
or quote unquote Mysterio. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think recently what I've been trying to do more is just like interact, do more podcasts, and definitely learn new skills that I could definitely apply to when I actually get a job or actually go back to uni, which would be the ideal goal for now.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that you learn.
That's nice. I mean, and then your goals can always change over time. Like, maybe now you're focusing on this, then maybe in the future you'll be doing something else.
So far, you're speaking like an onechan, Sasuga onechan.
Ah. And the thing is, I'm not even an older sister. I'm actually the youngest in my family.
Really?
Yeah.
But then you have like surprisingly a lot of onechan energy though.
I think it's because I have a lot of juniors, like going to school and all that. Like I do notice that a lot of younger people than me like to circle to me, and then I have to like, oh my gosh, I have to be the older person here and take care of these babies. So
In that case, in that case, yes, yes. Thanks for taking care of folks.
yeah, I think which is probably why I'm pretty okay with my current job, because I tend to look at my clients as like younger children, and then I'm like, oh my
That's an
goodness.
interesting way to put it.
Yeah,
That's
because like
interesting.
the way how they are speaking to me right through the internet, I'm like, oh wow, I pity them, like I need to take care of them and make sure that they're not upset, and I have to make sure that they're okay.
Well,
So then it has grown to me that I'm like, oh, so whenever like someone comes and talk to me in a certain tone, I'm like, oh, please don't be upset. Is there anything I can do for you to make you feel better? Or like
in
I
that
give
case,
them
is
like
there
life
anything I could do
advice.
for you? Because like you're already
No,
off. Hmm?
no, it's
No,
fine. I'm no, no, I'm pretty good. This interview is already the
we need
the,
to be
the best
customer
thing.
service to customer service. Wait, should I have revealed?
I'm okay, Nah, it's fine, it's fine. But
Sorry,
I'm like, do not offer service to me. That is because I'm trying to recover from it. I don't know if you've listened to me. I have talked about it on my just talking streams, right? I
Hmm.
used to pay people, like those maid cafes and butler cafes. I used to be like platinum member kind of thing, because I used to spend like a lot of money for people to say nice words and like serve me, that kind of thing. So that I was like, this is not a very good coping mechanism. Then then I stopped going to like maid cafes and butler cafes. So then I could slowly heal and find a better coping mechanism, which is like, to express myself more creatively, which is through VTubing.
Hmm. Well, if it's like that, to be honest, like I'll be blunt. What I'm doing isn't necessarily trying to like
Yeah, like spending time is already like a nice service, because you don't get that much of I don't know, like heart to heart talk with people. Usually it's just like playing game and then you're talking about the game, or like if it's
hmm.
like a podcast, then it's like a specific topic, so you have to like expand more in the topic and that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. For
Like
me, like
everyone has a different goal for their stream.
for me, it's
Mm.
just it's more casual. So like for some folks who might want
Hmm.
it to be more professional. Sorry, this is this is a casual thing, and
Yeah,
it's in
yeah.
regards for like the way like I'm offering service in a sense. It's not really like uh, not just like in the sense like it's not like I want money or like that of it, and similarly it's not just trying to boost anyone's confidence. Like I wouldn't do it if
Mm.
I didn't see things in a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say like senpai kakoi or if I didn't think that person was beautiful. So
Yeah, so
mm,
it's very honest. It's very genuine, you don't
yes, it is my
see.
genuine opinion when I say
Mm,
kakashiori,
mm,
kakoi.
mm.
Mm.
So like the thing about VTubing, right? Like, yeah, sure, people do try to put themselves forward, but then they do have a character that they want to act out. So sometimes like it may feel like genuine, but I don't know how much joking or how much seriousness are we putting into in that line?
Yeah, I
So right?
definitely get you on that. That's the reason,
Mm-hmm.
like, why with me, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
hard to say that that I'm a VTuber in a way because, like, even with the nasi lemak, to be honest, it was quite impressive. I was what initially I was supposed to be was kopitiam max. So like when you did the cat cafe thing, like that's the reason why I
Uh-huh.
wanted to interact because it's somewhat similar.
Ah.
And then I think along the way I was joking. I was like, hey, maybe I should just do nasi lemak or like a pontianak or something like that. And I think I mentioned nasi lemak when I was collabing with Kochi Caturteer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and she heard that, and then I felt like she probably went smug and actually drew. She rigged the entire avatar in less than an hour. So I didn't use it because I didn't have Steam at that time. Um,
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think the reason why PRPR Live didn't work was probably because I had Steam inside. Let me check.
Oh.
Okay, let me actually check. That might be the reason.
Maybe your Steam didn't like update or like didn't load
No, no, no.
or
I put it into a folder. Um.
uh-huh.
Yeah. That explains a lot.
So now we found the solution. Yay!
Let me
Hopefully it works for future.
let me double check. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully
no
this
problem.
works. PRPR Live data. Okay. Yeah, it didn't work.
Oh no. It's okay.
We'll
You
find
you can
another
check
time.
it later.
Like definitely. I'm not sure how long you have for the podcast, but I would definitely want to invite you to another podcast, like after episode 100, or whenever you're free. Like, just feel free to contact if you ever want to hang out or like that.
Yeah, sure. I usually don't have much on my plate, so if you do want to collab, just let me know. I'll make some time.
Hmm.
Mm.
Someone actually designed a T-shirt already.
What? It's on what? It's on
Here.
Twitter. So
Also, welcome Timun Aslam. It's done in stereo. Please check. Yes, it has been checked and it has been sent. I wouldn't mind actually wearing this shirt, to be honest. Usually I wouldn't wear like shirts like this, but I wouldn't mind wearing this.
motivational shirt.
Hmm. Because like similarly as you're trying to find like a different way to grow and cope, similarly,
Mm.
there's a lot I'm still trying to find out or figure out myself. So, hmm.
Yeah, best
Like
of luck to you.
this isn't just me trying to mutter sweet words or like that, but I do look up to you in that sense.
Thank you very much. Cause we're not even that much too much of an age difference. You can like act casual to me, like it's fine.
I am acting casual. I mean, like,
Yeah.
even with folks who are
Oh,
like
it's
10
so cute.
years older than me, I would still act casual, to be honest.
Oh, the shirt's so cute. Oh my god.
Who's the cute VTuber in there? Just curious.
Gosh, I would like to know too.
Hmm, they definitely have the Choma Sangat energy.
Uh, oh yeah, speaking of the VTuber, I just updated my model just like last month. It's like
Yes, I did see. If I
I
may
really
ask, do you
rushed
mind
it though.
explaining, like, your journey throughout your three models? Because I still remember when you used the original one. That
Ah,
was like when I first watched you.
uh-huh.
And then
Yeah.
you shifted towards the second one, which I believe
Mm-hmm.
you drew. Then you shifted
Yeah.
to this one.
I drew all of them. I
Oh my
I'm
god.
my own mother, father, so I had to draw and rig my own models.
Wow. Sasuga.
Yeah, because because VTubing is so expensive, and I'm like,
Mm.
wow, how can I cut down on costs? I was like, wait, I can draw and I can learn how to rig, so I just picked it up and just went with it.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, then because I did use my second one, I first started with the first one, and then I really liked it.
Mm.
But I don't know, for some reason I felt like my art skill just tremendously changed within like 1 month because I was doing like so much assignments during that time.
Ah.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, why not I just update my model as well, as practice. And I was like, okay, so I updated my model.
Mm.
So I
Mm.
used that for the longest time, I think at least for 1 year and a half. And
Mm.
then I was like, oh, might as well just update to a third one because it's been a long while since the last one.
I mean, all three are cute.
Yeah, thanks.
I really
And
like
then
them.
did think about the lore that goes with the models as well. Because like each model, every time I felt like I went through something big, it's like, oh, I felt like I reached a certain milestone in my life. So I wanna change and like, okay,
Mm.
let's go with this one this time. Yeah. So that's it. That's just the quick rundown of what happened, why I changed my model.
Maybe I should change my model for every. The thing about my models though is like they are. It's not there are so many, but then like they are quite unique. Like the first two
Yeah.
I draw, like
Mm-hmm.
Model Zero and Model One I drew, but I am bad at art. Nor do I like drawing. That's the thing.
Mm.
So the only decent thing I've drawn is probably. Let me see if I could find it. I'll pull it up and send it to you. The only decent thing I've drawn. Let me see. Is it in here? No, it's not in there. Is it in this? It might take a while. Like, oh
It's okay,
my god.
but
I realized that I
a
talk
lot
about
of way
alcohol way too much. It's not like I love
alcohol.
to drink like that, but it's like it's a conversational drink. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, I know people who are social drinkers. Like they don't really drink for the fun or liking the drink, but because people around me are drinking, so I'll just post to that.
Like, here's the thing. It's like I wouldn't drink if I wasn't close to that person.
Oh, okay.
That's why, like, I'm not really one that would go to parties or like that. Um, I'm someone that just how do I say? I drink I drink like if I want to. It's it's like drinking coffee for me. I would drink it when
Uh-huh.
I'm with someone close. It's like something you drink when you're having like a chat with a close friend or like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I have to be honest, like the taste of alcohol, I do
Mm.
not necessarily recommend. You're not missing out if you cannot drink. I'll be blunt.
Ah, it's
Uh,
okay. I've seen the after effects of people drinking and the afterwards. I'm not too fond of that either.
no worries. With me, I've never gotten drunk or tipsy before. Let's just say that.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow. Good alcohol tolerance. Good for you.
That and like usually the okay. I'll just say the most that I drink is this. We're talking about drinks, by the way.
Uh-huh.
This was because I
Like
went to a
glasses,
sake
right?
tasting. So the
Oh,
person
so the
giving
the
me the
small
sake,
ones.
yeah. So we used
Oh,
a shot
okay.
glass, and
Uh-huh.
I also had like a beer beforehand. So the person was
Wow.
pouring it to the top, right?
Wow. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I was like, hey, you don't need to fill it to the top, but I feel like, hmm. I mean,
That's a courtesy. You have to like all the way to the top and then like, yeah, cheers. Yeah.
I I, I, I just want to test. I don't need an entire. It's a bit bad. That's why like, yes, there was different. There were more alcohols, more sakes I could test out, but I chose. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? I'm putting a halt there. Like I had the last drink was a plum wine, which was actually quite delicious. I did
Ah.
get it afterwards. Some more, I got back, and it's quite delicious.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was drinking it, since it was my last one, I was like, I'm already tired of alcohol.
Ah,
So, so here's the thing: I've never gotten tipsy nor drunk, but I probably will
wow.
get tired of it, of alcohol.
Oh, because the taste? Because of like,
No, they taste differently, but then it's like
uh-huh,
because I already know that I'm drinking alcohol and I don't want to get
uh-huh.
drunk, so it's like
Ah,
I I get tired of it. It's a bit bad saying
but
that.
it could be a fun thing, you know, you could have like snacks together with it and you can like yeah.
I
I
feel like you're probably more knowledgeable about this than me.
I I don't do it, but I do research a lot on the topic to make sure that my friends are having a good time.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Also, as high as per tradition, I must ask: do you believe Argonians deserve rights?
Everyone deserves rights, even if they're not people. What are Argonians? I gotta Google this.
This is a uh this is a
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls reference.
I see.
By the way, welcome Wild Rose. Filipino. So to explain, Wild Rose, he's a regular on this podcast or stream. He was the 10th
Wow,
guest.
wow.
And before you might think like, oh, this is a special guest appearance. No, it's not. He tends to do this usually on every
It's
podcast.
okay.
He's a good friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. We know each other IRL. He was my friend since high school. He's my high school
Wow.
friend.
Well, I could never finish the Scrolls game.
Like yeah, he usually comes in, and it is a tradition. Like almost every
Huh.
podcast, if you look through, you'll see this guy Wild Rose
Yeah, I do. I do. Ah,
asking.
nice to see you here. Welcome.
Yes. Funny enough, he's actually pretty good at rhythm games.
Hmm. I like rhythm games. I used to be good at them.
Wait, really? Which rhythm games do you play?
I used to play Project Sekai, Bank Dream, D4DJ, uh, Hatsune Miku, I guess. I think I started from Hatsune Miku and then it just evolved from there. Uh, Piano Tiles, I guess, if you count it as a rhythm game.
Hmm.
Mm.
I mean, I know I have a friend that plays Project Sekai, but I don't. I've actually never played that. Usually, I go to the arcades to play rhythm games.
Like My My, right? Or
Uh, yes, I have actually
Trinidad,
played My Mai. To
uh-huh.
be honest, there's probably some songs from My Mai I really wish someone would cover. To be honest.
Ah,
Hmm. Um,
yeah.
but other than My Mai, usually I play like Waka or Musica or like.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, we don't have that in Malaysia.
Yeah, we don't have My Mai in US.
Wow, okay.
I would think it would be interesting to like buy an actual machine, like, but the thing is, I don't go to arcades that much.
Mm,
Money, of course.
yeah.
But if I had to, if I could, I would definitely want to. And also, Walrose said, "Don't worry, I have 1.4K hours in Skyrim, and I have never finished a fully modded playthrough."
Wow. 1.4K hours. That's a lot of hours.
This guy is actually much more of a pro gamer than I.
Literally pro gamer moment here. Wow.
Mm, mm,
It's a lot of there's a lot of your life devoted into one thing.
That's correct.
Right.
He is definitely impressive, Walrose.
Wow.
I mean, I think there's one funny story I could mention. You know
Mm-hmm.
the samyang noodles?
Yep.
One time he actually cooked some for us.
Ah.
Um, yes, it wasn't spicy.
Oh, so it was the non-spicy one, the
No,
cream cheese one.
it was the quote unquote spicy one. but it's just
Oh,
chemically
okay.
spicy. It's because
Okay.
I like spicy food. So, hmm.
Oh,
Wait, quick
so
question.
that's
Can
it.
you
That's the
handle
story.
spicy
You
food?
just cooked. You just cooked. No, I'm not good at spicy food. I think I have very low pain tolerance and spice tolerance.
Oh, really? Also,
Yeah.
guacamole, it has a sweet undertone to it. The samyang,
Oh,
I should probably try that again, to be honest.
I think I like samyang or like curry or things like that, but it's just that I can't really handle it. I know that some people do tell it's like you can train yourself, just constantly expose yourself to spicy food. But then my stomach is very sensitive, so I cannot eat spicy food. Like even if I do like the taste, like nasi lemak and sambal, right? Like you
Mm.
can't have nasi lemak without sambal. But after eating nasi lemak, then I will have a tummy ache because then my tummy is like, what are you eating right now?
Then don't add the sambal. It's the missing part of me, but then
Yeah, but you can't have nasi lemak without sambal. That's atrocious. That's like sacrilegious. You can't do that.
believe me, if you see a nasi
Everything on
lemak in
the
the
plate.
U.S., you will be surprised.
Oh my goodness, I cannot. It's like I don't want to eat local foods when I go overseas. I'm like, these people aren't doing it right.
I guess I should probably explain why I don't really like nasi lemak in the U.S. Also, yeah, if you pay
Ah,
attention to the taste after the burn slash pain, it tastes kind of sweet.
yeah,
Actually, I
it
should
does. It
probably try it
does.
again. The last time I ate it,
It
I think.
does.
Hmm?
The samyang, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Like there's a sweet taste. Yeah, it does. Also depends on the brand. Some of them do tend to be a bit sweeter, or some of them just right out spicy without anything else.
I should actually try it. But then for some reason, I feel like my tongue tastes like that chemically spicy flavor. Last time, I think it's probably because we added a bit too much sauce. That's why it's a bit too salty. But I don't know. I'll
Ah,
definitely try it out. Wait, the ghost pepper one is definitely hella salty. I actually want to try the ghost. I think we have it in the U.S.
if you can get your hands on it, I guess. I don't know if you can get one over there, but here we sell it at the convenience store. So
Maybe the next time I go to Malaysia, I'll definitely give that a try.
yeah,
That one probably I think might be next year. Maybe
yeah.
probably next year. Most
Wow.
likely it's next. Most likely it'll be next year if I do go back to Malaysia.
Okay. Hope to see you. Okay, wait. If you're not going to KL, then I have to go outstate. Then okay.
Hope to
I will
see you.
try to see
Yes,
you.
yes, yes. I'll be down south. Yes. Hello.
uh, oh man, I don't go down south very often. I only go there if I need to go to Singapore. It's just a bridge for me. I just pass by the town and just go, and then I don't really stop by.
Yes, the one place I wouldn't want to drive. Malaysia Singapore transit. That transit is the one place where you drive super slow.
Yep. It's, it's like a daily road because people
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
from Malaysia and Singapore just crisscrossing the road.
Hmm. The ghost pepper noodles are not great. Ah, for the samyang one, you're supposed to leave like a teaspoon of broth in the cup. Oh, I actually didn't know that. I think we just like boil the noodles and then we just put the samyang paste in it. I think. But the ghost pepper cola is painful. Actually, I wouldn't mind trying the ghost pepper cola as well. To be honest,
Why would you do that to yourself?
I quite like
That
spicy.
sounds nasty.
I quite like spicy.
No, but it's it's
Here's the
it's it's
thing,
a
right?
food as a drink.
I'll be honest. I'm. This might be a bit. Some folks might hate me for this, but
Oh.
I'm not really a fan of bakute. The broth I like, but then like because
Ah,
but
understand?
so with bakute, the last time I still remember, I ended up just eating rice and chili padi, which was delicious.
Yeah. I don't because there's a lot of things in a bak kut teh. So sometimes you don't want to eat all that. You just want to have the soup itself. Mm,
Yeah, I
I
definitely
get.
agree. But then, like, if I had to say favorite, what's my favorite? I would say probably Hakka. Hakka is probably my favorite.
Ah,
Mm.
good taste.
I'm disappointed
You
with you for
you
not
sound
liking
like you
Makute
sound like
because
an old person or like an old Chinese person that likes all these like
I
urban things.
this might be bad, but then like I feel like my
Oh.
personality might be a bit old.
Uh, or just like I don't know, food taste.
Yeah, because
Mm.
like I've never really I'm not really much of a meat person. I do prefer vegetables over meat.
Mm.
Thank you for liking later. Uh, but the reason why I'm not a vegetarian is because I do like kway teow kia. Like okay, this is haram, but I do quite like eating like the innards, like the pork skin, pork ears, or like that.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh,
Um,
that's like only people who know how to appreciate it will actually enjoy it. I have a friend that doesn't like the texture, so they just do not like it. But they
mm,
do like the taste. They just don't like the texture. Like it's a bit gummy. Kinda.
mm, mm, mm. Hey, no worries. And what is it? The other thing that I also like is seafood. So like,
Hmm.
sotong is delicious. Ah, the one time I actually do like meat is satay. Satay is delicious. Yes, I will agree with satay is good. Recently, the last time I got to eat satay was at a Japanese street festival in Washington D.C. They were like, "Hey, do you want to add chicken?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Um, and surprisingly enough, it was satay. I was quite
It was
happy.
satay. Or was it like actually satay or was it like the Japanese satay?
It was a
Because like the Malaysian satay, it's like meat and fat and meat, and it's like in smaller, thinner pieces. But like the Japanese one is like a really long piece of meat, and then you just like skewer it. Yakitori, yeah.
I don't think it's yakitori because it's not like squared, but I don't think it's fatty as well. Like it was legit just grilled skewer meat, which was
Ah,
delicious.
okay, that is just yakitori. It's not satay. Satay has to have that
Really,
giant
because
piece
like
of
the
fat
last time
in
I
the
ate satay,
middle.
there was no fat.
What premium satay are you eating?
I'm
I
eating
only eat road stall
JB
satay.
satay.
Road stall satay knows that you gotta have that meat, that fat in the middle between the two meats on top and bottom. And it
Eh,
has to be like charred, like one side will be like a little bit black than the other.
though talking about satay, you know what else you need?
What?
Ota.
Oh yeah. Wow. That's true. Wow, I haven't
Yes,
had otak in
you
so
need the
long.
burnt as well with both satay and ota.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really
Yeah.
want to eat ota. I still remember like going with my grandmom like because
Uh-huh.
usually she goes to the pasar early in the morning and then well my sleep schedule is really bad. uh, so I end up what is it? Waking up early when I'm in Malaysia. Funny enough, my sleep schedule is actually
Oh,
really good when I'm in Malaysia. Um, so
he buys otak in the morning.
we get mee siam and otak. Wow, the Milo as well.
Wow.
Sedap.
Yeah.
talking about this makes me really miss Malaysian food.
Yeah, Malaysia is, we have a lot of disagreements, but we know that the food is good.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
is one
like
thing you cannot disagree. If anyone says that Malaysian food is bad, it,
I can't trust people who say that Malaysian food is bad. I can't trust them.
mm, yes, agreed. It definitely needs a little bit of burn. Like, how do I say? I think this was one thing I was super grateful for. Uh, Funny enough, this nasi lemak avatar was created by a Singaporean. So,
I'm gonna
but
bet the picture was took from a Malaysian store. So
really, who knows? Who knows?
no, I'm just claiming baseless accusations.
Funny enough, I saw like a picture reference of this avatar, and I was like, oh, Singaporean. So I was like, oh, so this is Singapore. Uh, funny enough, what is it? Yes, this was when I was in Washington D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Since my mom did pack like the instant laksa.
Okay.
One thing that was we were really fortunate about was we actually had our own kitchen. So I made laksa one day for like the four of us.
Uh-huh.
I also fried some eggs for them. I can't eat eggs, but I do learn fried egg how to fry eggs because family and like that lah.
Okay.
So I made sure that the egg yolk was not. I'm not sure how you guys like your egg yolks, but then like I made sure that the egg yolks were not broken because I know like some folks like it like not broken off the top.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think it's more personal preference.
Hmm.
Some people really like their egg to be fully cooked on like all sides and doesn't mind the yolk to be broken. But some people like the bottom part to be cooked, but the top to be like slightly runny or overly jiggly. And then some like only the yolk to be not cooked true, but the white part must be cooked. So it's like all kinds of way how to cook eggs.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
So like it is definitely really it was definitely fun like making laksa for my roommates and like that. Unfortunately, thankfully, like the roommates, one of my roommates' father actually bought some coconut milk, and funny enough, right? Because I requested for coconut milk from like the food pantry, which is like free food basically, free groceries.
Uh-huh.
The entire pantry was stocked filled of coconut milk.
Oh my God. What do you do with do you make nasi lemak for like the whole
I actually wanted to
building?
try making nasi lemak, but then didn't get the chance. Um,
Oh,
but then it was definitely like
that's a
a
lot of
Chi
coconut milk.
convention pack moment. Coconut milk almost everywhere.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, how much do you mean like a lot? Like how many cartons were there?
There were several cans. I think I
Several
brought back
cans.
probably like six, but
Wow.
I didn't use that much. In the end, I gave it to uh I gave it to the other students who are still staying in that area.
Oh,
Hmm.
you could have cooked like nasi lemak and then like
There was so
serve it.
many dirty dishes. So
Ah,
so at the
then you get
end,
someone to wash it. You if you cook it, then you get someone else to wash.
uh, hmm. Yes, that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Yes, but how do I say? The nice thing was because this is when I say like in university you definitely have to help each other out. In the
Mm-hmm.
end, like my work buddies that
Mm-hmm.
I gave them like all my groceries and such. They ended up washing all the dishes because I had an assignment, like one last assignment to do before I finished my entire uni degree.
Wow.
So like they were like, "Hey, no worries, because you're helping us out. We'll help you." Like they even helped like send my roommate away lah.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense, like they had to go back. They were going with their parents, not like kicking them out of the
Oh, okay, okay.
before we.
I thought you were like, this is our last day here. We
This
will
is your
wash the
last
dishes
day. Get out.
together.
No, no. It was really bittersweet. Like
Oh,
since I was like the second last person to leave. Like after I finished, I was like, I finished the last assignment, and like that, and then my roommate just said, "Congratulations on graduating and finishing university," and then I was like, I'm still nervous though, and then when we left, we just greeted each other with sayonara.
wow. Do you think you'll ever meet them again after
Who knows?
after graduation? Yeah, you'll never know.
I mean, technically, I already graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you, Anson. Congratulations on graduating. You're officially unemployed, which is actually quite true. I am quote unquote job hunting. Yes. And
Mm.
prepping for. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I might be tempted to try streaming, doing like the law school entrance exam.
Wow.
Just to practice. Mm.
Wow.
Though I doubt folks might be like interested in seeing it, but I'll still do it. I think it'll
You'll
be
never
interesting.
know. There'll be that one person who is also like, let's do this together, and then that's like,
I know there was a streamer that actually took the exam live just to prove that it was easy, but then they didn't do so well. I think.
oh,
Hmm. With this one is just so I could practice, or like if there's any folks that happen to stumble across this nasi lemak taking an entrance exam, and they're also in my position. Well, hopefully it helps. I don't know.
yeah.
Hmm.
There's all sorts of like study with me kind of content. So like you never know, this would help someone out there
Hmm. Hmm.
with the YouTube algorithm reaching them somehow.
I'll have to have I'll have to start making thumbnails though. If that was
Oh,
suffice.
yeah, you do just like pick from the preview after it's finished.
I,
Is it?
I let it randomize, but then here's the thing: before you guys like ask about it, yes, I do plan on getting thumbnails. I will have
Mm.
to remake every single thumbnail after episode 100. The reason why is it's not nice to juggle too many things at once.
Yeah, yeah, take your own time. Just do it
mm.
when you feel like you can do it.
Mm, 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 mm.
And your channel right now has its own flair. It's like, oh wow, what is this? All these podcasts with no names. What are they about?
Funny enough, this was inspiration from the Unnamed song. I was curious for like the longest time, and then I was able to find out how to do it. So
Uh-huh.
I started doing it. I think the first one that I did was like with the Among Us collab with the Bruneians. I was like the only
Mm.
American out of like a bunch of Bruneian streamers and VTubers.
Wow.
Mm, the joke was I was the sus one. Mm.
Yeah, literally, you are the sus one.
I mean,
The
to be
odd
honest, the
one.
same with the Malaysian community. Like, there are folks who are like, wait, are you Malaysian? Oh, no, I'm actually American born, American raised. So,
It's okay. To me, if you like Malaysian food, okay, you are like adopted as a Malaysian.
to be honest, I have a Malaysian, I used to have a Malaysian passport and a Malaysian birth cert.
Wow.
So I did have dual citizenship until 12 years old. I didn't get an IC.
Oh, welcome to being a somewhat Malaysian. It's okay. You can always like blend in the crowd and people would know.
For the longest time, folks didn't know I was an American until like folks started just like blatantly shouting it out like on their streams, like, "Hey, it's the American," like that. So, so that's like how some people can get honorary PhD if you like Malaysian. We can grant you an honorary Malaysian status. Once again, I did technically like somewhat grow up in Malaysia. Like I used to like almost every summer, uh, go back to Malaysia. So yeah, like because majority of my family are actually in Malaysia. So
Ah,
mm.
that's nice. This is a nice country to retire in.
Yeah, definitely.
If you need like a second home kind of status, and you need one, you need to apply, you can let me know. I know someone that can
Wow,
apply.
you really the connection.
Yeah, literally. I don't get commission, but I know someone. If you do know someone or you also want to come to Malaysia as a retirement home plan, I know someone.
Maybe 50, 60 years from now.
Yeah. Okay, keep in contact. Then suddenly got one Discord DM. Hey, I want to retire to Malaysia. Can you like hook me up?
I feel I might forget, but then like uh, maybe I will just do that for the shits and the lols. Maybe I'll just like,
No lah,
hey,
joking lah.
Kaka,
But
hey,
you'll never know. Yeah, like I said, the chances are low, but it's never zero. You'll never know. Someday you'll just go to the convenience store and then you overheard someone, hey, you know what, I feel like I want to retire to Malaysia. They're like, hey, I know someone that knows someone that can get you, to get into the country and sign up with the plan.
I mean that'll be interesting. That'll definitely be interesting. That would definitely be quite funny.
Yeah, I believe that things in life will always happen with like a splash of surprise. Like you can't expect things in life to go to plan. So you're just like, oh, surprise, something's happening today. It's like,
I
wow.
agree with you so much on this. Like me being a
Uh,
VTuber was also like a surprise. Me being okay, like legit with me, I didn't even plan on becoming a VTuber. It was because like legit, I had two friends that were going to collab, and since
mhm.
they're brand new, I was like, hey, if it makes things less awkward, do you mind if I join? And they say yes. And funny enough, they asked me, when are you debuting? We'll make sure to postpone it until after you debut. I had no intention to debut until that moment where I was forced to debut. So that's the origin
Wow.
story of why I debuted.
Wow, that's your origin story. Yeah, literally missed out of nowhere. It's like,
Uh,
oh,
I didn't even plan. Like at first, I was just making memes and like that. Or well, if you want to call them memes, but then
it
afterward,
starts with the memes.
mm,
Yeah, I think there's like one or two people in our community also started with the memes, and now they're VTuber.
I mean, a lot of them are like
Yeah.
I'm sure like Anson with the memes as well is going to maybe. Hmm. But then once again, I don't really make memes anymore unless it's like with
Now you make content. It has evolved.
is this content though? I feel like this is just like a regular conversation anyone could have, to be honest. Like this is what I've always been doing now, and this is like one of the nicest things, to be honest. I feel like it's
Yeah,
nicer just to
it's
have like a regular conversation where we could chit chat, just hang out, and that doesn't need to be like, okay, this might sound super unprofessional. That doesn't need to be like set topics. Hence the reason why the podcast is unnamed.
yeah, then
So
that is your style. There are different kinds of podcasts out there.
mm, 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 mm.
Mm,
I mean, like once again, if folks want me to be like more detailed or like that, sure,
mm-hmm.
just let me know in advance, and then I will personally come up with specific questions like, how did you become a VTuber? And tell me, how are you connected to Shiori, who's connected to a person who knows uh how to retire in Malaysia?
Can't give you out my connections like that. That's why it's called connections. You gotta get through me first.
Yes, connections are strong.
Yeah. I
Mm.
didn't know how important they were until I got into the workforce. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
I completely agree with you. I didn't realize how important connections. Like, I still remember in my first job, like my
Mm-hmm.
boss was telling me, it's not about what you know, it's more so about like who you know.
Who you know? Yeah.
And then like I
Wow,
was like,
that's a good quote.
eh, just regularly like, oh, just focus on studies and like that. Until like
Mm-hmm.
my GPA went super down in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I got into uni and like that, it's definitely like a it's definitely a mix of both, to be honest, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I feel like the most important thing is called luck. Like
Yes,
connections,
your
yeah.
gacha rate.
Uh yeah, the gacha rate. Yeah, you really gotta hit that lucky SSR to get like the phone call or like the email back or positive reply.
Maybe the best way to do it is get a tattoo of a golden SSR. Maybe that might give you good luck.
What, like extra boost or
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
15 luck for it?
Just like get SSR tattooed all over your body. But then like
Uh,
right after that you go to Japan and then your luck just crashes. You can no longer go to the onsen.
for me, this is why like I really like gacha games, but I tend to go for like hard pity because I know that my luck is very not so good. So I tend to calculate how much I need to get to the maximum to get the pity, like the one that confirm drop of the SSR. So
Hmm.
yeah, I believe in the power of money than the luck, but
I believe in the power of money. Well, once again,
because
I
like
hope for one day that you're actually
luck
yeah. Mm.
luck is you're not everybody's born with luck. But if you work hard enough, you can get a lot of money and you can buy that thing that you really want.
I feel tempted to say something, but yes, I will hold it.
I hope I did not say anything that may have been negatively meaning. I mean well, but sometimes my words can be taken out of context. A lot of
No
times.
worries, no worries. But I think it's definitely true. Luck is really definitely does play a huge factor in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Um, but then still, there's also connections and all that good stuff.
It's all together, like all these three. It's like you have two, but if you don't have one, then it's not gonna get it. If you have, let's say if you got luck and you got good grades, but if you have no connections, then it's like you can't get through. You don't have a
You
starting
might find
point.
a
But
job,
if
but
you have,
you're not going to get promoted that often.
yeah, so it's a three-way thing. So to have all three, it's like God,
The
God luck,
trifecta.
the
Obviously, oh right,
trifecta.
Shiori plays Genshin. Also, hello, Lisa, how are you doing?
Hi, welcome.
But yes,
I
Genshin.
do. I unfortunately Genshin.
Quick question: who's your favorite Genshin character?
I main Venti.
I see. Eh.
Yeah, and every other Shota character. That's my that's my brand.
So gosh, what one?
I will make sure to collect only them. And then like recently I did stream Genshin and then people were like, "Oh, you're not gonna pull for the next male character that's super hot and buffed." I'm like, "Yeah, he's super hot and buff. That's why I'm not gonna pull for him." It's too much. He's too
So
tall,
so you- so you
Can't-
hey, no worries, no worries. Shota da yo.
Yes, I agree. But it can cause some misunderstanding with people who do not understand. So I try not to bring it up very often.
Don't worry about misunderstandings. It's like if you like Shotas, you like Shotas. If you like, okay, I shouldn't go into this direction.
Yeah,
that would
yeah, you
come
see?
up with like a
You
lot of
see?
misunderstandings.
You get me? Yeah, so we just don't say it.
No worries, no worries. These are things we talk behind the scenes. Yes,
Yeah. Yes, they are
Shotas are
cute,
cute,
but
but
they're
never
not
live. Yeah.
I agree. It's just the cuteness for me, the cute factor. It's
Hmm.
not really like how people they like female characters waifus because they're like very visually appealing, that
Hmm.
kind of thing. Yeah, so to me it works the same way. They're just visually appealing. They do not hit anything else in my brain. They're just cute.
I like how you're wording this carefully right now.
Yes, I am. I do. I work in an industry where I have to word everything carefully.
I assume Shiori's main team is like Venti, Singchu,
Seichu. Oh yeah. Oh my god, you're right. That is my that's my main exploration team. That's my main
FBI watching
exploration.
carefully. No worries, you're in
Yeah.
Malaysia. The FBI probably doesn't have any country. Well, maybe they do. Who knows?
I think that the FBI is also eating nasi lemak, they're just like, oh, what's this kid talking about?
For legal reasons, I'm not into Shota.
Yeah, for legal reasons, I'm into people who are in slightly shorter in stature and tend to be on the younger side of their facial features, but must also be on the legal side age-wise.
No worries. Wait, isn't that a Shota though?
No!
I'm just kidding. I'm just.
I think in a more correct words like legal shota,
Hi,
because like
legal
shota
Shota
could
yeah.
go to like the ones that are actually underage, and that's kind of
Yeah, the
bad.
underage one is that is a
Yeah,
definite can of worms you
that's
do not want to open.
yeah. I don't cross that line.
Thank you, thank you. The me from my Shota days would say thank you.
Yeah. We got to move on from this topic before the FBI comes. I can hear them. They're marching right outside my door before before I say anything more.
No, no worries. These topics are for after the podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. In that case, what else? What other interests do you have aside from that mysterious
Interests.
topic that we were talking about?
So I like singing, I guess, but yeah, everyone likes singing.
Really?
And music. I've
Mm.
been learning the piano a bit.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep, these two. But yeah, I think every VTuber also, like almost every other VTuber also does like karaoke stream. So it's like it's nice. Then I also like tune in and just sing along together. It just releases some stress.
Ala, ala, ala. I, s- I see. I see. Singing.
It's like I think I started VTubing in the start of the pandemic or slightly before the pandemic actually like officiated.
Mm.
So like before that I actually frequented the stage. I actually do perform on stage a bit.
Really?
But then like yeah, then the pandemic hit and then I couldn't get any shows and I was like, well, time to release some stress online with some people. So that's how I did a lot of singing streams when I was starting out. But then now I do it like once a month, I guess.
So right now, I'm
Yeah,
just
but
going to quickly say something that's you could definitely tell it's fake. But oh my god, are you so and so that performed on so and so stage? That really is impressive. I'm your biggest fan.
thank you very much. Thank you. I saw you from the audience also. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So
for some reason, I really want to
I
bring
think
out the Kimo Ota personality or persona, just as a joke. I'm not gonna do it.
thank you for the thought. Yeah. So it I really did miss performing. So that's why I was like, yeah, just do
How can
VTubing.
I get a signature from the person voicing Shiori Masayume?
You come to Malaysia, I'll sign it for free.
Wait, with the real name slash like the what the name that you used prior to
Oh,
Shiori?
my stage name was also Shiori, so
Oh,
that was fine.
really?
Yeah.
In that case, time to join the
So
Shiori gang. I'll change my name to.
no lah. But yeah, those were the good days lah. And then now like in the endemic, I think now we're like going towards the end of the pandemic. We're moving to a different phase, right?
Hmm.
And then like events are starting to opening up again. So I'm like, but then I stopped having connections with the people back there. So
Hmm.
have to start back from zero, which is I'm not looking forward to that.
No worries. If there's one person that said the wise words, the chances are low, but it's never zero. Yes.
That's true. So I do just, just ask, hey, do you wanna like go on performance one day or something? And then like, yeah, we'll see for another future event.
Oh. In that
Yeah.
case, let's collab in the on the stage.
On the stage. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be really fun.
I feel like I'll mess
it
around too
it
much.
it's like so different when you get to interact with a live audience as compared to like comments. So it's
Hmm.
a very interesting experience to make
Hmm.
YouTubing.
I feel like I'll probably mess around way too much on stage.
But that's the fun of it, that those things happen live, and there's a lot of ad lib skill that must be learned when
I will
you go
not
on.
belly dance, Anson. Sorry. That is not what I will do. I will not belly dance.
Um, you can learn now. It's not too late.
No, I'm not. Wait, did you belly dance or not?
No, I don't think so.
Then in that case, how about you do it?
I do performances. I sing and dance, but I don't specifically just do belly dancing. Yeah, see, the fan wants Mysterio belly dance. The chances are
Okay,
low,
what
but
about
it's not
Anson? Anson,
zero.
I mean, you're pretty good looking. How about you belly dance?
You could though, especially like on
Yes, it's
convention
not low,
floor.
but it's not zero. I like how I like how the quote is being used.
The code is being misused.
To be honest, we could also use that quote regarding your interests, pussy.
I agree.
The chances
Chances
are
are
low.
low, but it's never zero. So I keep my mind open. You'll never know what you'll encounter.
Oh, the code is abused. Yes, the code is quite abused.
Hmm.
But yeah, just curious. Why the name Shiori? Just curious. Like,
Oh, um, if you know the anime, The World God Only Knows. If you don't know, basically there's this one otaku guy who tries to capture the hearts of his classmates or girls in his school,
hmm,
but using the logic of light novels.
hmm.
So it's like when he goes, he's like the god in light novel. Like he will know talking to this person with this specific choice of route will definitely get this ending kind of thing. So he
I
used
see.
the same tactics to talk to girls, and I think he had to capture their hearts because there was like a bad soul in them or something like that. I forgot the actual plot of the story anymore,
Hmm,
but I
hmm.
remember like, the base of it was like that. So there was this one character, her name was Shiori, and she was so cute. So yeah, that's it.
Ah,
I forgot what was her family name. I just remember her first name. I was like, wow, so cute. Okay, I'm gonna pick his name.
I see. In that
Yeah.
case, I'll just. But in that case, with like the light novel-ish, in that case, otaku. Yes, I fit the character. So, uh, uh, let me think of a
Are you trying something right now?
light novel. I cannot pull like a reference in top of my head. I was going to do an SEO reference, but you know what? Let's go with this. Ne senpai.
Mm.
Since we're under the sakura tree, uh, there's been something I've been meaning to tell you ever since the beginning. I I I no sa senpai.
Yes.
Head kudasai.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Wow.
Onegai
Oh,
senpai. I want a head pet, please.
I could do one virtually, but like physically, it's a bit difficult.
Arigato senpai.
Oh my goodness.
I will leave the
Wow.
other things for post. Oh, Shiori Shinomiya. Ah,
Yeah, I think that was her name. Yeah,
you
she was
managed
really
to woo a
cute.
sensei.
Yeah, he did manage to the teacher as well.
Ne
It was
sensei.
it was the whole school. It was like there were different archetypes in the whole show. There was like the
Oh,
childhood friend, there was the classmate, there was a tsundere, there was the kudere, there was a senpai, there was also the kohai, there was the idol, there was the teacher. Yeah, it was a wild anime.
in that case, do I have to approach this with the idol way? Uh,
No, it's
nah, nah. Shiori, you're
oh
my
my
favorite idol.
god.
Mm. Can I get a handshake? It
Oh my goodness.
feels so warm.
That just sounds kind of creepy.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty.
Oh my
Like you see that in
god.
anime, but then in a way, if you take it out of context, it does sound quite creepy.
Oh god.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you change it to the Kimo Ota voice, ho 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 ho, kimi no te, sugoku atatakai.
You're right. Yeah.
It
Everything has to
definitely
be
does
in
sound.
context.
Like there's certain
Ah,
things like that are said in light novels. Like if you think about it, it could be interpreted creepily. It's just that the
yeah.
character design looks super good, so you would go Dokyun if like it happened.
I think it's also the mood, like the way when they said it, because maybe they mutually consented and liked each other for them to say things like that to each other without feeling like, oh, this is kind of creepy, you know?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, ah, I think this is why I stopped watching anime.
The
Sometimes I'm like,
realism is
man,
a
this
bit
is a
off.
bit too much.
I mean, there's one anime that I would say is quite realistic though, 5 centimeters per second.
Oh yeah, oh god, that show. Yeah,
That left me felt feeling super empty.
same. The ending was like, what, that's it? And
I
then
really
like,
wanted the two to be together. I'm a huge fan of the
same.
childhood friends trope, but it never
I
happened.
know, right? It never happened. God. I think that's one anime movie that I wouldn't recommend people watching. I'm like, man, you do not want to feel empty.
Oh,
Just
five
watch a
centimeters per
feel-good
second? No,
show.
actually, I do recommend folks to watch it.
Ah,
The reason is because like it's the most realistic. Because
it
like,
is.
if say it right, someone just like watches a ton of romance anime and it's like everything goes well, and then they actually do confess, and they end up getting rejected,
Mhm.
or like that person ends up with another person. Watching romance anime might be a bit hurt. Might hurt.
I see.
That's like 5 centimeters per second is a good like. But then like legit the thing after 5 centimeters per second it was something unrealistic, but it was still quite nice. Kimi no Nawa.
Ah, I mean, that is unrealistic. But, I watch anime to feel good, not to feel realistic. I have
I
life
agree
to
with you
deal
on
with.
that. I feel empty when I look at realistic animes, but I know that
Yeah.
it's a good thing realistic animes exist, but it's just something that makes me feel empty in the end.
Yeah. I mean, nah, this is too real. I didn't come here to feel that. I came here to have a good time.
The only realistic anime that I would like is Hataraku Saibo.
Oh, yeah, but that's happening like real time right now in our body. We just don't have the microscope anime lens to see it.
Sadly, Anone dies like I think every 9 days.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the anime, oh, it's so cute. But when you think about like their actual lifespan for each cell, it's like, wow, that's sad. And
Especially
like the character you see there, it's not gonna be the same character because they're probably dead by the next time the next issue comes out.
yeah, that is true. Like, mm.
Wait, I'm sorry, just now you were saying something, and then
No, I was saying that was true. Also, I want to double check how much time you have. I don't want to like end up.
I don't know. Up to you. How long do you want this podcast to be? I'll be
How
okay.
long? Only as long as you're free, because like I'll say the last time we end up doing. Okay, the last podcast that was like super long was 4 hours. I believe 53 minutes.
um, I guess like a little bit more, then we'll end it. Cause I haven't eaten.
Wait, you haven't eaten? Go eat.
Yeah.
I mean, you could eat on the podcast if you want.
I don't eat on stream. I'm not an ASMR
Are you sure?
food mukbang.
I
I do
mean, you're
ASMR,
kind
but I
of
don't do
sort of.
mukbang. Yeah, I plan to eat a little bit after this.
Mm, 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 mm. Please do eat. Like, I, I thought you would have eaten first.
Oh, nah, 12 is a bit too early.
Really?
I tend to eat at 1 because that's usually like my lunch hour. I eat at 1 until 2.
Yes, eat while watching Gordon Ramsay. I have done that before.
Yeah. I when watching is fine, but I feel like when I'm doing something, it's a bit difficult. Same like when working. You know how some people they can snack while they work? So I can't do that. The most I'll do is just drink water, but then I can't fully focus on my work if I have to see like there's food on my table. Just like, oh, this is distracting me.
So what are we having for lunch, if I may ask? Are you getting ice cream or
I'm having leftovers. Whatever was there last night.
leftovers? Is still quite nice though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, not last night, last 2 days ago. But yeah, I think it's fried chicken. Maybe fried
Ah,
chicken and rice and kimchi. So yeah.
at least got rice. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, must have rice. That's the most important one. I don't care if there's no chicken or kimchi, but I must have rice.
Oh my god, having kimchi on it would be nice.
Yeah, because I have kimchi. Or I can just go to the supermarket and just get some kimchi.
That sounds super nice, to be honest.
But you don't have a supermarket near you to buy some
No,
kimchi
no,
when you
no,
go
no, no,
down?
no. The good thing is I'm living in a place with a lot of Asians.
Ah,
There's a lot of there's much more Asian supermarkets than there were in DC. In DC, there was like a Japanese supermarket, but then things were super pricey. Like you could buy like a
yeah.
small packet of sotong with like probably like three, I think, three strands of
Oh my
sotong,
god.
and then it would cost like
Wow.
over $1.
Ah, so expensive.
Yes, groceries were super expensive, but then like of course you get to make the delicious meals such as sukiyaki. You could also
Wow, that's true.
make eggplants. Oh my god, I feel hungry now.
Can have a late night snack.
It's 12 a.m.
Yes, you can have a late night snack. If you're not sleeping anyway, might as well just make a snack.
Maybe, maybe. But yeah, it definitely is interesting. Wait, just curious. You like cooking by chance?
Yeah, I do like cooking.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Just curious.
Um, Microwaved food.
Oh my god. Where's the moe energy? Where's the moe idol energy?
I I like cooking anything that doesn't involve oil. So boiling, I like spaghetti, I'm good at that. I'm good at baking. I'm good at anything to do with the oven. Uh, like
But your
I guess
expertise is a
paella is fine.
microwave.
Microwave, I do that on daily basis, but I'm saying like if it's like food,
Hmm.
probably like Western food because they don't need to fry anything.
Wait, but then what about pasta though? Like pasta,
Yeah, pasta,
you need to fry
spaghetti,
the
that's
meat first,
okay.
right? Fry the
I
onions.
get the instant one, the one I just pour the thing in the pot and then just put water.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
also use the instant one, but then we still have to like fry the onions, meat, and then pour the. Hmm.
Oh, I get the sauce that I don't know, there's this one brand that has like almost everything inside.
Wait, the meat
So I
as
just
well?
like use that. No, not the meat, like excluding the meat. They do have like it's not that's they don't have onions. They do have I don't know, they have like the tomato puree together with all the whatever herbs and everything all together. So if I want to add onions, I'll just add onions and yeah.
Hmm.
But I'm not too fond of the hot oil.
Hey, no worries.
My favorite utensil is the microwave or the air fryer.
Oh, you can use the. You have an air fryer. Okay, great. Now we can have a proper conversation. Yes, the air fryer is super nice. Are you
Yeah.
going to air fry the chicken, the fried chicken?
No, I'm just gonna microwave.
No, air fry it. It will become crispy again.
Do I? The thing is, I'm not too fond of food
Hmm?
because I have a medical condition with my nose that I can't really smell very well, so it affects my taste buds. So eating has not been a very joyful thing for me because I just eat for the sake of filling up my tummy. Um, so to me, like the heat, texture, taste does not really mind. Uh,
Sorry, but I
yeah,
want to
so I
say
just eat.
something. In that case, my goal in life is to make something delicious for Kaka Shiori.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate people's cooking, like, but then like, oh
Mm,
man, I can't really taste the food, so it's like
no
it's a bit,
worries. Rice and ice cream. You
yeah. So
just
I like
mix it
things that,
together.
yeah, you can taste, can't really taste, but you can feel the temperature, like whether it's hot or cold.
I feel like if I ever
Uh,
were to play around with that, it wouldn't turn out good. It would just be me messing around.
as long as it's edible, it doesn't have to taste good as long as it's
Nasi ice
edible.
cream, yes. With, with,
Yeah,
with ketchup.
probably it could go well.
Oh no, no!
You'll never know because we
Nasi
like to do
ice cream with
we like to
ketchup.
dip French fries with ice cream.
Okay, that one is okay.
Yeah, but have you tried putting like sauce together with the ice cream?
No!
Ah, yeah, the bored things you do when you work in the F&B industry, just trying out all the things that you can do in your free time.
I feel like you'll be an interesting person to hang out. I really do hope that if there's an
Uh,
opportunity, if we ever do meet, to get a chance to hang out.
yeah, if I ever visit the States or if you ever come to Malaysia, do feel free to let me know.
Yeah, feel free to let me know. I'll drive you around. Since since
Wow.
since since you can't eat, since food is definitely like not that special. No worries. What else are your hobbies
I mean,
again?
I will accompany you for food. Food is like a social gathering than a exciting
I'll
feat
bring
for
you to
me
the
to enjoy.
arcade, for sure. There is a karaoke place. Last time I hung out with some friends, they were like,
Ah,
"Hey, let's go to karaoke," but then because like two of us weren't really feeling like singing, so
yeah, it's not fun to go to a karaoke when people don't like singing. So it's
it's
just
not
like,
like
just
it's like okay. Here's the thing, right? For me personally, I have never done a karaoke
mm,
stream. I do
okay.
if circumstances are met, have plans maybe to do a karaoke. But then, like, I think the way I'll do it is like, you know how usually folks just sing, like, just one person sing, right? With a
Mm-hmm.
karaoke. I feel like with karaoke, it should be more sort of like it feels more like a group thing. Like, you need to do it in a group, like solo, not solo karaoke. Like,
Ah, you don't go
yeah.
solo karaoke before.
You have solo karaoke before?
Yeah, I do it quite often.
I
I feel like
mean,
it's an Asian thing. I
as
don't know.
expected of an idol, though.
No lah, I just it's the best way for me to release stress. Other than that, I can't go shouting around in public, right? So it's karaoke lah.
I
Just
mean,
pay
I
for a
mean, you do
room.
sing at your home, though, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but I mean like other than doing a stream, because you in the stream you have to consider things like, oh, will this get striked, or what kind of songs I have to think about whether people will know it or like people don't know it and kind of thing. Yeah,
I've
it's
thought
more
of
of an
singing songs
entertainment
that
value.
people don't know.
Yeah, but then I'm not having, we are not having fun together with the audience. That's a different, a performance and like releasing stress is two different things.
Oh.
Like performance you have to think about
In
like
that case, I
what
would like to
people might
actually
like.
hear you sing like songs that you usually sing. Like, so whenever you're feeling stressed, just hit me up.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I have my healthier coping mechanisms now. I don't go to people's DM paying them money, asking them to say me nice words anymore.
I'm not asking.
To
No, I was
wash the
saying like to
days.
sing, for you to sing. I didn't ask.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I'm
I
not. I'm
like I
not going to
said,
say.
I have
Don't
I
worry.
have my healthy coping mechanisms now. I can sing by my own in the shower.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah. Thank you for the offer, though. I would though. If you have any requests, I could try to learn the song and see for the next stream.
I'm actually just curious though, like the songs
Mm.
that you usually sing though. Like I think that's something is interesting because like
I think it's just songs that I can't do because of copyright reasons. Like English songs,
oh
international songs, like just that kind of thing.
yeah, in that case I understand.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Just because of YouTube things or Twitch things. It's not because of anything. It's like I do sometimes do like unarchived ones, but then it's like then there's no archive. Then people who were not able to watch it, then they miss it. So it's a bit too bad.
I'll give them the privated link.
Nah. I still follow the law. I abide by the law. YouTube says I can't do that, I get it. It's too bad.
That's why we go to other broadcasts.
That's why I go to the karaoke solo so I can sing whatever songs I want to sing.
But yeah, I definitely get what you mean.
Right?
Mm, mm, mm. But yes, because considering about your meal, and of course would want to talk to you after the stream. I just want to say thank you very much as well for joining. Uh,
Thank you for inviting.
it was really really fun. Mm. And
Me too. I hope that that whatever we talked today was like worth your time.
I would say every podcast was worth my time, to be honest.
Yeah, then that's good. Then that's good. Then it was time well spent.
Mm, 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 mm.
Mm.
Usually, I ask folks if they want to sing the ending. Otherwise, I have an actual ending. If you want to sing, feel free.
What do you sing at the ending? I never watched the podcast all the way to the end.
I see. So
Because
so
they're like
so
I
so
tend to watch like halfway.
okay.
I'm so
Let me tell you
sorry.
like what folks have sung in the past. Funny enough, the one you said about Project Hikayat, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one, like both the co-founders and I think it was Query and Aiden were singing Nagaraku.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh yeah, because okay. Oh, yesterday was just Malaysia Day.
Funny enough, it was not Malaysia Day at the time.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, but I mean like it's within the same month. We celebrate the whole month from August until the mid of September.
mm, 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 mm.
I don't know. Do you want to hear anything? If not, then you can take it away.
What is a song that you would say means a lot to you?
Oh, there's so many songs that mean a lot to me.
And what was the first song that you performed as Shiori, the idol?
as like on stage or like
Yes,
as a
on stage.
VTuber?
On stage.
On stage? Um, I think I performed Aimo from Macross.
In that case, go for it.
Oh, okay. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I'll
I don't
be
know if my
searching
voice,
for these.
because I've been like talking the whole time, so my voice isn't prepared for singing.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna quickly switch to this. I'm gonna pause the ending. Once again, thank you everyone for joining this podcast. And once again, thank you Shiori for actually singing the ending.
So I start
Yeah.
anytime?
Mm,
Okay. Oh, but the good thing is that this song is okay to sing ballad as well.
no worries. This is a cappella.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll be muting myself.
Ah. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's try. I haven't sang Aimo in so long. Aimo, Aimo, Dederusha, Noi namiriahen, Terprotea, Futomi, Koko, wa Takana, Umida, yo. Rurei, rureia, sora mau hibari wa namita. し緑の子愛も愛も出てるし脱いだミリアエンテルプロテアふっと見ここは高な海だよ。That was Aimo from Macross 7. Megumi Nakajima as Rankali. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye
We'll be ending it here. Bye bye.
bye.